And we should be live. Just gotta wait for it to pop up here on YouTube. And there we are. Alrighty, let me pull up the questions as well.
All right.
Yeah, so you said you were able to have a look at the questions, right?
Yeah, I took a little bit of a look.
Alright, you're cool with me asking all of them? Is there any question you don't want me asking you? Or are you cool with all of them?
No. Yeah, all these are fine.
Alright, awesome. Alrighty then, so hello, welcome to today's live interview, everyone. Today I'm going to be interviewing Mr. Amazing. If you want to, go ahead and say hello for us and go ahead and give introduction of yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mr. Amazing. I do video essays on the fine website known as YouTube. Been doing it for about a year now.
Alrighty then. So you started YouTube a year ago.
Well, I started doing the video essays about a year ago. Started YouTube about 4 years ago.
Alright.
That's when I opened the channel and got everything going.
Right, yeah, I remember I saw in your 100K Q&A that you started 2015, if I'm not mistaken, right?
It was 2014 actually, and actually I just missed the 4-year anniversary. You know what? Yeah, I did. That was about 4 years ago, late February.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Alright. So, why did you start YouTube Amazing? What got you into doing YouTube?
Well, this is a story I told on the 100K video. It's a story I've thought about a few times. When I was in middle school, for a long time, I'd been an avid consumer of YouTube videos. I watched compilation videos quite a bit. You know, I'm a bit ashamed to say that because it's not the highest quality content, but you know how it goes. And at some point, I started watching cringe compilation videos, and I had noticed in other compilations and other sorts of compilations, there was always like one primary YouTuber that was doing the compilations, and then there'd be a bunch of other smaller YouTubers doing it too. But there's always one nucleus of a type of YouTuber doing it. So when it was like fail compilations, it would be Fail Army. Most videos, there was no one doing that. So I thought, well, if no one else is doing it, why couldn't I do it? And that was what I eventually did. And that was why I opened the channel. That was the reason for starting it. Why I switched to video essays now, I felt like doing something different. I did commentary for a little bit, and I don't know. I wasn't really enjoying the audience that I was getting from that, and so I felt like switching to something that had more substance.
Right. So, have you had any channels before this one, or is this your first ever channel?
It's not my first. The old ones have all been deleted, thankfully. I made a vlog channel when I was about 10 years old. I posted 2 videos, deleted it for fear that someone would immediately find it, not knowing that every kid does that and nobody. But other than that, no, this is like my first real channel that I've uploaded consistently to.
All right. So, in your 100K special, you mentioned that, God, what was it? You started this channel for a reason, and you specified it. And I was wondering, what would you be doing if you hadn't started this YouTube channel?
If I hadn't started the channel, I would probably be doing nothing right now. What I did with channels, I was just, browse the internet. I'd probably still be doing that. I mean, I do a lot of things outside of the channel, primarily like schoolwork and that sort of thing, so that would all still be going on. But other than that, I mean, I never had an interest in video games, so I definitely wouldn't be doing that. I'd probably still just be playing the piano and just browsing the internet like most people do.
Right. And speaking about the piano, how come you chose that instrument to play out of, all the other instruments there are out there?
Well, when I was in middle school and I didn't have as much going on because I do a lot of clubs and volunteer work, so that it takes. Before I had all that, I wasn't really doing much in 8th grade, and so my family just suggested to me, why don't you take some piano lessons or any music lessons, and they suggested piano, and so that was what I ended up taking, and they gave me the option to switch if I didn't like it, but I kept with it because um, for a long time I'd wanted to learn how to play ragtime songs, and so those are the first few songs I learned, and from there I started getting into like blues, and now I'm doing jazz, and so that was the reason I stuck with it because I it's really freeform and expressive in my opinion, and you can do a lot with it. I think it's harder to play a melody on, say, a guitar. I mean, you can still play it, but I've tried to play the guitar, and it's difficult for me. I think the piano is a lot easier, and so that's why I still enjoy playing it.
Right. Yeah, I used to play the drums a few years ago, but then I just lost interest in it. And I
See,
had. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I had initially when I was a lot younger, but my family didn't want them like waking them up at like 5 a.m. when I was practicing.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I before that, for school, I would play the violin and the recorder, and I also played the harmonica for a period of time. So yeah,
That's really cool. Can you play anything from like Bob Dylan?
I have no idea who that is.
You don't know who Bob Dylan is?
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
That's crazy. He was a folk singer in the 60s and 70s. He's like, look him up. He had this like little attachment he'd put on his neck, and he could just like play the harmonica while strumming a guitar. It's really cool.
I just found him. He looks like a YouTuber that I watch. Funny enough. Uh, but yeah, I've never heard of him. Because I mean, like the harmonica, I had like, I, I think I, I think I bought it at a Toys R Us. Um, God rest their soul. But yeah, because like I thought it was a cool instrument, and I did play it here and there, but nothing too serious. The
Yeah,
instrument that,
it's
yeah,
pretty neat.
yeah, the instrument that I took most seriously has to be the drums for sure. I did them for I think a few solid months, but then it was like I wasn't practicing enough, and my teacher just didn't want to keep teaching me, and then I just dropped.
Really?
Yeah, I just dropped that. Yeah.
Oh man, I don't get to practice piano very often, but like my teacher's usually pretty understanding when I don't have stuff to do because we usually just end up like having conversations about music or something, and we don't even get any teaching done.
Oh, no, that's not how it was with me and my drum instructor. We'd have chats and stuff like that about life and whatnot, but like it was mainly just him teaching me how to play the drums.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, mine. He goes into music theory quite a bit, and so we'll have discussions about music theory and that sort of thing. And like he'll use the song we're learning about as a means to explain the theory.
oh, I see. That's neat. Yeah, but I mean, bless him. Like I still talk to him here and there. I haven't spoken to him in a while though. He's a really nice guy.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but I mean, I don't think I'd ever get back into it. I'm not too big into music, honestly. I mean, I like listening to it, but that's as far as it goes for me.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll usually just sit down and I'll just play something, whatever I'm feeling. I'll
right.
just like sit for a little bit and play. I think it's kind of fun in a way, and that's why I sticked with or I kept up with piano because I like to be able to do little pieces to it.
Right, yeah. Yeah, one of my friends' moms, she plays the piano amazingly. Um, and it's great. She's played it a few times when I've gone over there for Christmas when I was younger. Very nice. My mom used to play the piano as well, but she's forgotten everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most people usually do if they don't keep up with it.
Yeah, she didn't keep up with it. Yeah. But my friend's mom did, so that's why she still knows how to.
Hmm.
So, do you ever plan on using your second channel more?
Well, I opened the second channel originally because that was back when I was making compilation videos, and I had intended to put original content on that channel, which is why I called it Amazing OC for like original content.
Mm-hmm.
But then when my friends, um, let me know if my voice is lagging at all.
Yeah, it's a bit
Shows
laggy right now.
that
Yeah.
all right. Well, when we shut down for copyright reasons, I eventually had to stop doing compilations, and so I just started uploading original content to my main channel. And so the second channel kind of became redundant. I still keep it though, just for like if I'm ever going to upload anything on it. I don't know. I'd thought about uploading just because I have a blog too where I type stuff out sometimes. I
Right.
thought about instead of doing the blog, if I could just record my voice talking about something and just put like a waveform or something on it. But I haven't done that yet because I haven't had any time to see through that idea, unfortunately.
Right. So this is about your Leafy's Here video that you made, I think
Mm-hmm.
about a year and a half ago, very long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I found your channel, actually. Um,
Yeah, that's how most people found it.
yeah. And personally, at the time, I didn't agree with it. Um,
Mm.
Still don't. Uh, I hope you can respect that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was just curious. Why'd you end up deleting it?
Well, it's still on my channel, but it's private.
Right.
And I made it private because I'm eventually going to make it public again. I associated my channel I do in real life, and so there's some people I know, like some friends and that sort of thing, that can view that channel, and like I don't, want them seeing all that.
Right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Because I don't know, the elf in that video, I feel like it's kind of condescending. I feel like it's a little bit, eh, you I could have done it better, and I'm just not getting it to public anymore.
Right. Now, do you have regrets of making that video or none at all?
In some ways, because like I said, I feel like I could have done a better job with it. I feel like the way I presented it, it made me seem really gung-ho in what I was doing, and it made a lot of people kind of, I don't want to say irritated with me, but like, how could I put it? I guess angry would be the simplest way to put it. They kind of just felt like I was full of myself, I think. And I regret that because it's not the sort of persona that I want to, be present online. And I think a lot of my older videos before that Leaf Use Here video articulated that persona too. And I regret having made videos like that and having initially asserted myself online as that sort of person, because now making different sorts of videos, I'm still known for that persona. And as much as I try to change that through the amount of editing I do or the way I express myself in the newer videos, a lot of my fan base still recognizes me as that older person.
Right. Would you say you still agree with what you said in that video?
In some ways, I think it's unfortunate that when my channel was deleted, Leafy posted a picture of my intro. Like, it was the week after my channel was deleted. So I still take issue with that in particular because he waited until my channel was deleted knowing that there would potentially be an issue with that. So even he himself kind of, knew what he was doing maybe wasn't the best thing to be doing. I know a lot of people made the claim that I claim to own the aesthetic or own, 80s design. And I don't think that's the case at all. I never intended to make that claim. I don't maintain that claim. In the follow-up video, I said that I don't maintain that claim. And I don't know. And that's why I regret having handled the video the way I did, because the way I presented it did make it kind of seem like I did make that claim, which again is unfortunate. But other than that, I stand by most everything else I said in the video.
All right. Hey, Hippo, how are you? So why'd you choose to name Mr. Amazing?
Well, when I had originally started the channel, in addition to doing cringe compilations, I wanted to compile other things. So I had the idea when what's his name, SoFlo Antonio, when he was still a thing. I
Oh
thought, you know what?
God.
Why don't I just do something like that? Fucking, it would be quick money. It would be, something that would get me popular online pretty quickly. So why not just do that? And I tried that for a little bit, and I posted like, I would pick a video online, and then I would title it like daily comedy or fucking daily horror or daily cringe and that sort of thing, and I would just re-upload it. And I regret doing that as well because people get shit on a lot for doing that, and it's like not the sort of thing that you know anyone should be doing, and I stand firmly against that now. But you know, it was like 14 when I was doing that. I stopped that the year after. But I had intended to do multiple things on the channel, and so I wanted to be known not as a label that just dictated one sort of entertainment. So I just said Mr. Amazing because he does this video, it's amazing. He does that video, oh, it's all encompassing. And
Right.
that was the intention.
Right. Yeah. I can understand that. I mean, like, yeah, I'm sure like everyone in their past has like done something stupid on YouTube or
Yeah. I
whatnot.
mean, I'm gonna change the name eventually. I might just make it my first name. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you will lose that verified badge, but I guess you'll get it back at some point.
Yeah, you can just like re-email YouTube about it and then like give it back to you. It's not a big deal.
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of stupid things in my past. I would before this, I made videos exposing people. Um, Not in the style of your
No,
Leafy's.
I never did that sort of commentary.
Yeah. I mean, would you call your Leafy's your video an exposing video per se, or no? Not really.
Yeah, I think I would. And in that regard, it's the only commentary video I've made. I never made another one like that because that matter dealt specifically with me, and I regret to say this, but I did it, get some views, but I also felt it was a matter that directly pertained to me and directly pertained to Leafy, and so I thought getting it out there would be a good idea.
Right. Yeah. Someone's asking, do you ever want to switch up your content like gaming or movie reviews?
Never gaming. 'Cause I don't. I do too much other stuff. I'm like anything related to school or work. I'm editing, so I don't even have time to play games most of the time. But movie reviews, I've considered. I'm working on a movie video essay right now for Citizen Kane, and so I think that'll be the closest I would ever do to movie reviews. Still keeping with the sort of essay format, but also sort of an analysis in that sort of respect. Like, I Hate Everything does something that's kind of comparable to that. He doesn't review a movie, but he addresses like surrounding circumstances or ideas he has about it. And I think that would be something I would be willing to do, but not just someone like what's his name, um, Chris Stuckman. I think his name is, like, he'll just sit in front of a camera and talk about a movie, and I don't think I would ever do something like that. No.
Right. So, I was curious, what is your profile picture? What's it meant to represent?
Well, you can see on my Discord, it's like meant to be like a face, but it's harder to see on my YouTube channel because I made it so like low resolution. But it's that I edited in Photoshop and After Effects. I put glitch effects on it that are in After Effects, and I I kind of like tweaked it so the shadows were bright and the tone was, or and I put in the hair and my Twitter profile picture, but it's not hair. It's just kind of like a like glitch lines that I added to it.
Right. It's not like resemblant of your face or anything like that.
Oh no, like it's a traced image of my face.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah,
Well,
it's. I was gonna put a different profile picture on it that actually like had that more resembled, did away with some of the glitch effects, but I never did it.
I see. Yeah, I was curious. Um, because I wasn't sure if it was like, I mean, I know the one on Twitter and Discord is obviously, a face, but I wasn't sure what the YouTube one was.
Yeah, nah, those are the ones that are on my Twitter based on the one on YouTube. I guess most people just have a hard time seeing that it's a face. I don't know.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
I've gotten a lot of comments like, "What's your profile picture? What is that thing on your Twitter or on your YouTube? What is that?" And it's just my face.
Right. Would you ever do a face reveal?
I did one at 20,000 subscribers, but it's deleted now, or
Oh,
private. But um, only got like 1,000 views. So thankfully, most people don't know what I look like. But future, I was considering doing one again. I don't know when. Um,
oh,
I have no. I haven't planned anything out.
oh, okay. I see. Well, I wasn't subscribed to you when you were at 20K, so I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, most people.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I mean, I've come across a few comments in my channel where like they've said, "Oh, shout out if you know what Mr. Amazing's face looks like," and those are rare comments because like 20,000, that's I don't know what is that like a seventh of my current subscriber base.
that's like 110,000 subscribers ago, or something like
Yeah.
that.
Well, I'm at 140 now, so that would be 120 ago.
120K ago, yeah.
Yeah.
How long ago was that in time?
Um, it was December 2015, I think.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know about you back then. Mm-mm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
it was a while ago.
Like I said, I
I
found you.
remember.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
I remember the night I made that I was going to a party and I had like this sweater vest on and people were saying, "Oh my God, Mr. Amazing, he looks so quaint in a sweater vest." And I had the whole thing like color graded so my hair looked slightly orange and people thought I was a ginger too. It was a very regrettable video. I I'm not making that one public ever again.
Ah. Um. Well, like I said, I found you through the Leafy's Year video, and that was September 2016. So, yeah, just a bit over
Mm,
a year ago.
yeah. That's how mm,
Wait, sorry, you cut out? What?
that's how most people found me and that's how most people know me too through that video.
Right. Like, how many of your subscribers would you say are from that video?
Uh, um, let's say about 40,000. I had like 36K before that video was posted, and afterwards it got up to around 80K. So, like 44,000,
Right.
which, I mean, relatively speaking, is that's what would that be? Something like 2/5. Not, it's not a lot of my subscriber base. I mean, relatively speaking.
Right. Hippo says, what do you think about trending topic YouTubers such as I'm Alex, A-Mate, and Spartans? Wow, it's Spartans he means.
I think they fulfill a necessary niche on YouTube. I don't see too much difference between them and someone like Philip DeFranco. They all are just they find a topic and they cover it. It just happens to be trending at the time. And in that way, they're not. It's not that different from what I do. It's just my topics are um, more pertaining to media. Um, if people like them, they can watch them. I don't particularly like that style because it just doesn't appeal to me. It's I don't really watch YouTube much anymore at all, so not much content on YouTube really appeals to me. But I think if they're happy with what they're doing, and then they can keep doing it.
Right. So, how many of your videos have you either privatized or taken down? Because I remember looking back on when you made the Leafy is Here video, there was a ton of videos on your channel back then that aren't there now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, when I first opened the channel, I posted compilation video, so something like 200 videos, and then when it got shut down, I deleted all of them when it came back up, just get them gone. And then when I started making commentary videos, I had about 20 or 30 of them that I made over the course of a year. So it would be about 20 or 30 of the newer old videos that have been made private or deleted. And I think actually all of them are still on my channel. They're just private. Because I plan on making them public again at some point. I just don't know when.
Right. Someone's asking, what do you think about Aiden Projects blowing up and his new content?
Again, I mean, he just happens to be doing something that fits in a niche, and he happens to do it in a way that is consonant with what people on YouTube want. And I applaud him, and Benji too, and
Yeah.
Triggered Tro, who I made a video about. I applaud them for fine. I applaud. Is it? I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't a little bit jealous. But it's not the sort of content that I want on my channel. Like, it's just not the sort of thing that I want to make. And if they want to make it and they're satisfied making that sort of thing, then I can't stop them.
I mean, to me, it's like mental. Like not Benji, sorry, Aiden Projects. His channel was like dying a while ago, and now.
Well, you have to consider. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You can keep going. Sorry, I interrupted you so many times.
All right, yeah, don't worry about it. Well, like Aiden Projects, like that whole shit show went down between him and Chubbs, and then he got that shout out from Keem. It blew him up. Then people stuck around, but he was going down in subscribers. And then now he started making these videos like Trigger Tro, Do, and Benji. And now he's blowing the hell up. Like, just a few days ago, he was at 150K, and now he's at 450K. Like, what? It's mental.
Well, I think you need to consider that most of the subscribers he's getting are similar to the subscribers that other people doing commentary have. It's all kind of in the same pot, if you know what I mean. And he just happened to title his video in a way and pick a thumbnail that in a way was matching with the sort of content that YouTube is promoting right now. And because of that mass promotion, and because of Aiden himself, I won't lie, he has a fantastic speaking voice. He articulates himself really well. And because of that combination of it being in line with what YouTube is promoting, and because of him as a person, those two things together are what really have allowed him to succeed so well. And I think as someone who's really young and who's someone who has seen this trend and who has done it in a way that is still in line with what he wants to do in himself, I think that's fantastic. He manipulated YouTube in a fantastic way. Manipulation has a bad connotation, but I think he's manipulated it in a fantastic way.
Right, for sure. Like, I mean, this video from a week ago, 10 fucking million views.
Exactly.
That's mental.
Yeah, and I mean, what's his name? A Panda. His video on Uganda got like 30 million views. Like,
oh yeah.
And he is another fantastic example of looking at something, doing something that falls beneath it, and then because people are already aware of the first thing, that because they'll then make their way to the second thing, and that draws attention to that second thing, which is then the produced video. And in both of those, and them as two examples, I think they did a fantastic job with that.
Aren't you pals with a Panda, or am I wrong?
I've talked to him a few times. Yeah.
Okay.
He's in my sub box. I'm in his sub box.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I found the Panda through the Uganda Knuckles videos. Like, I'm sure a shitload of his subs did. Yeah, but like.
Yeah, he's been in my server for a little bit. 2K. He really got really big in the past year.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that Uganda Knuckles video that he made, mental how it blew up. 30 million views. Like, if I saw a video of mine with that many views, I'd have a stroke.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's just crazy to fathom that, like, how a video could go so viral that 30 million people saw it. That's just insane.
I mean, you could say the same about Aiden. 10 million people. That's not a number to cough at. That's a That's a good amount of people.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, I'd absolutely lose it as well if a video of mine got 10 million views. Because, like, I mean, even
Hmm.
like it brings in a shitload of subs. If he monetizes it, he gets himself a nice paycheck as well. It's all good. It's all good.
Hmm. My friend Schlatt, um, he made a video recently on Elon Musk,
I saw it. Yeah.
and is it two or get more than like $50 from it? Like he made almost no money from it at all,
Oh, really?
and it was his own like original video, so he had the ability to monetize it. He just didn't get any money.
Well, it was a really short video. It was like a minute, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
there's still ads at the beginning, which I don't know. I was shocked to see that that's the amount he got.
Cause like I mean, like I'm sure if it would have been like 10 minutes, like with 1 million views, I know you can get like 1K
Yeah,
off of that for sure, or even more. I'm sure. I'm
I think the rate's something like $1,000. I'm not sure if you said that. Like your voice cut out a little bit because of my internet.
Yeah, I said $1,000.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because I know it's $1 per 1,000 views, if I'm not mistaken. That's the CPM.
yeah. I think the CPM is something like that.
I know bigger YouTubers have a better CPM though.
Oh yeah, because they have consistent view counts, and also because they have a fan base that's probably aware that them clicking the ads is going to help out that YouTuber.
Right. Yeah. Well, I have
Hmm.
ad block personally on for everyone actually.
Same.
So I don't
Yeah,
give money to
so do I.
anyone.
I
But
don't even give money to myself.
I think that's against TOS actually.
I mean, if I watch my own videos and click an ad, like, who's gonna stop me?
Well, no one's gonna stop you, of course, but I've heard it's against TOS, but YouTube doesn't really give a shit, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I've had block on, so it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. Any small commentators or content creators you recommend we should watch?
Um, well, there was the YouTube out in my 100K video. I'd still recommend them. It was Bandit Rants, Schlatt, who I mentioned, and Toxicologist, but Toxicologist doesn't upload that much. Um, well, the right opinion. He
Oh
only has
yeah.
12K, but he's really well known on Twitter. I wouldn't call him small in terms of like his subscriber wise. He's really small. Um, let me think. Oh, there's my friend. He opened a new channel. He goes by something like. Let me find it quick. It's letters and two numbers. I can't remember it. LV45. It's like political content.
Yeah.
And I recommend it. He just uploaded.
Oh, James, the right opinion. He's a good lad. He's
Yeah, he is.
I've spoken to him a few times and I had him on here. Very good interview. He's
Yeah,
a
he's a cool guy.
yeah,
I like him.
he's a really nice guy. Yeah. And he was a great interview, like I said as well.
Yeah. Other than them, again, I don't watch much YouTube, so I don't see many smaller channels. So there's not many people I could recommend. Hold on. There was one other YouTuber that does video essays that I saw recently. Let me see if I can find his channel.
Alrighty.
He does this series, anime. As cringe as that sounds, but it's really good, really well made videos. His name's Video Joe. Like he made this whole video. It only has 13,000 views, but it was extremely well made, and it was just analyzing the different incarnations of material from the Ghost in the Shell franchise, and it was really well made. And that'd be something that if you're gonna check out anyone I've mentioned, you should definitely check out him.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, James got that shout out from I Hate Everything, so that definitely boosted him quite a bit. And
Mm.
he definitely deserves it because he makes very good videos and he's a good boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He he has really fantastic script writing and narration skills. Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Well, with the majority of British people, in my opinion, they have beautiful narrating voices. Like,
Well,
not all of them, but the ones that I watch are amazing. Like, Colosso is crazy,
yeah,
very nice voice. James, Pyrocynical's voice is all right, I guess.
yeah. I mean, he's like an honorary American. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like the majority of his fan base is American,
Oh
and
yeah,
he n- he doesn't make many references to a lot of his videos. Then again, neither does Console's crazy right opinion. But I don't know. He just them as odd as that sounds.
he what? Sorry, you cut out a bit.
He, he doesn't seem as British as them, in my opinion.
Oh, well, I mean, I can tell he's British when he speaks, but
Well, yeah, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just don't feel it.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. Colossal and James have like a bit more of a emphasis on that
Mm.
Brit side to them. I mean, like I compare my voice to one of their voices, and I'm like, can we trade, please? Thanks.
Yeah. There's one video I saw. It was like how to train your voice to be more narrow. Maybe if
I
you want to trade your voice, you do something like that.
I would definitely watch a tutorial on how to make my voice better, because
Hey,
I do need to work on it for sure. Um,
it's worth a shot.
yeah. So the next question that I have for you here, amazing, is would you ever consider establishing some sort of upload schedule?
Um, I initially had the idea of sticking with an upload schedule, but I'm just too busy to, maintain one. I just have too much other stuff going on. It's hard to edit, so there's periods of even a week where I just don't get to touch anything related to YouTube stuff I have to do.
Right. Well, I mean, I've only
The only
got.
schedule I could maintain is like once a month.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done talking. My bad.
Oh no, no, that's fine.
Okay. So once a month, you'd say you wouldn't be able to do more than that?
I could try for maybe 2 times a month, but even then, that's pushing it. I would have to really not focus on editing whatsoever, and it would just have to be really simple. Um, because when I make a video, I typically do a few hours of research on it to make sure everything I'm going to say is at least somewhat factually correct, and then I spend an hour or two writing the script, and then 45 minutes to record it and edit it. That's a combined time. So even just doing all the preliminary work before the editing takes a good deal of time.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I mean, you said your
Mm.
videos take 80 hours to make, right?
Yeah, something like the residence video, about that long. Yeah,
I mean, that's crazy. Like, to get, two videos out a month, and if both of them take 80 hours of work, yeah, no,
yeah.
that's pushing it for sure. That's pushing it.
I mean, I have an idea and a certain concept of how the video is gonna look in my mind, and I spend as much time as I need to get the video as close to that look as I can.
Right, unless you were to, like you said, degrade the quality of your editing to get more
Yeah.
content out.
Which for me is really hard, and I know that kind of sounds pretentious in a way, like, oh, it's hard to not make my videos the way I want them, and it is pretentious in a way, but it really just is difficult for me to stop and say it doesn't need to be perfect.
Right. Well, I mean, like me, for an example, when I'm doing a live streamed interview, it's different. I'm a bit more lenient with everything. I'm just laying back and,
Mhm.
interviewing the person, and what happens happens. You get me? But
Yeah.
when it's recorded, I am like so like nitpicky with how I edit the audio.
Mhm.
Because it's like even if there's a little bit of the word cut off that they're saying, I need to fix that. I need to. It needs
Mhm.
to sound natural. Like I used to I mean, sometimes I will fuck up a cut or two for sure. But I try my best to like make sure it's all nice and clear and it sounds like a conversation. It sounds natural. Um, because sometimes I do
Mhm.
by accident like an abrupt cut, and people have told me that, and I've definitely improved upon it a whole lot, I think. But yeah, I can understand like I mean, like, I guess people who live stream compared to people who make videos, live streaming is a way easier deal than making videos, especially someone that makes videos like you or Colossal is Crazy or anyone like that that likes to take their time on it and not just
Mhm.
rush it out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, it's difficult because I want to be able to be more relaxed with videos and I want to have an upload schedule and maintain some sort of subscriber growth over time, because I'll have periods where a video does really well and I'll get 10,000, maybe 20,000 subscribers from it, and the next video I work on um, get like nothing because it just doesn't do well. And
Right.
for that reason, it makes it really difficult to stay motivated when it comes to YouTube and to, keep pushing myself to do it, because I have to be really selective with what sort of videos I'm going to make, because there's a really good chance to go anywhere. And then I got to restart and I got to, work just as hard on the next video. And I don't like that process, and I don't like that not being able to be lenient puts me in this really difficult position. But I don't know. It's been that way with me, the things I do.
Right. Well, your Dr. Phil video, if I'm not mistaken, did pretty well. Your,
Hmm.
your most recent one, yeah?
Hmm. And that was one where I think it's still edited well, but some of the finer details of it I still had to work on quite a bit. I use more pre-rendered assets in that video. I have a lot of plugins for my video editor, Final Cut, that most of the stuff is pre-rendered and I can just drag it and drop it in. But then the takeaway, or the drawback rather, there is that I don't have as much control, which, again, to get it as I want it. So in that video, I tried to be a bit more lenient.
Right. Someone's asking who inspired you to make the style of content you do now.
I think on one hand, the Nerd Writer is one of my biggest inspirations, and I think that's clearly visible in all my videos. People comment that all the time. But then people also compare me to Captain Christian, and they compare me to other video essay creators, until I've been compared to just about everyone. When really, the Nerd Writer is the biggest inspiration, because unlike Vox, he doesn't focus specifically on political things, but he does discuss some political things, and his editing is definitely done in a manner that takes time into consideration, whereas Vox has a whole team of editors and they can just do whatever they want with the editing because they have all the time in the world. So I think the way the Nerd Writer makes his videos is the big make mine.
Right. And someone's asking how long did it take? Uh, oh, actually, I don't get the question. It says the X video to start from the
Oh,
idea
that
to the
video?
upload. Yeah. Okay. It was
From the
just
idea to the upload was
yeah. I just didn't get how the question was written because he made a grammar mistake. But yeah, the X video. How long did it take from the idea to the upload?
I'd stepped away from it for about 2 weeks because I was busy. So about the whole time would be 2 months, and that's 2 weeks in there, because I spent an entire weekend going through his discography, listening to each song. I listened to every song he's made up until that point. That was before he released the Christmas, and I went through. First, I analyzed all the lyrics. I made a spreadsheet of references that he's made to religion, because I know superficially listening to 17, he makes a lot of references to religion, and I counted something like, I don't know, 50 total references in his entire discography. Then I listened to most of his songs again for just to find some music theory that I could talk about, and that was indicative of some other things in his life, and that's when I eventually found the riff from Popper Wrote, and I put all that into a few different documents, and then took a break from it because I had schoolwork to do. And then about a week later, then recorded it, and then it was only after another week that I finally got to start editing, and I edited it piece by piece over the course of a month. Then,
Right. Someone's asking, what's your opinion on his song "Sad"?
you know, because I'm not a completely avid listener of him, I'm not familiar with that particular song. Which is that from 17?
I'm not sure. They just asked, what's your opinion on that certain song?
Let me look it up.
All right.
XXX Tentacion Sad.
I'm not a fan of his music.
Oh, that's one he just released. I haven't listened to it.
Yeah.
I don't listen to much rap. I don't listen to much. I listen to some, but it's only a select few songs that I really like, and those interchange from time to time because I don't really have time to listen to music or just sit down and relax.
Right. Well, I've got one last question for you here, Amazing, and then we can
All
conclude
right.
it. So,
All right.
what new and different things do you plan on doing with your channel this year?
I think I still want to do video essays, and I want to keep doing that style of content. But in terms of what essays I want to do, I'm not really sure. I do want to do more sorts of movie video essays because they don't take as much time to do. I'm already halfway done with the Citizen Kane one I mentioned at the beginning of the interview. But aside from that, I don't really know. I have a list of different ideas that I want to cover, but I know I need to throw some of them out because it just takes too much time to work on them. Most of them, I don't know. I want to do something that's kind of like documentary style because you could do an analysis style video and give your thoughts on something, or you could just cover. And I think it's a lot easier to just cover what something is and give a background of something that people don't know about, as opposed to giving an opinion on something. Because opinions are very divisive, and it's good to be divisive from time to time, but I think I've done enough of that.
All right. Well, that's it. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. If you have enjoyed it, you could go ahead and drop me a like, drop me a sub. Any sort of support you can do, be very much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.
Peace.
See you, everyone.